Hey, man.
Happy to be here.
No, you're not.
What's up?
Don't you lie to me right now.
Hey.
Hey.
The last time we recorded, you were like almost a dad.
Yeah, I was
now you're
just
like, for real.
Just a normal person.
You're for real a dad.
Yeah, it's crazy. Holy cow.
All right, roll the intro. I just wanted to spend a little bit of time on it. We don't need to do.
Okay, yeah, you're fine.
Cut the intro.
Cut the intro.
I'm so sick of you being like, and listen, here's what's going to happen. The whole episode tends to be like, I'm tired. I don't know. Oh, sorry, I have a baby at home. All right, now roll the intro.
This kid's floating in this balloon, and it makes national news. It's a huge story. This kid's out
or is
there.
that 7,000 feet distance? That's 7,000
No, it's
Subway
7,000
sandwiches.
feet altitude.
Boy floats 7,000 Subway sandwiches in the sky.
Boy floats 7,000 spicy Italians.
Things I learned last night. Cut it again. I'm joking.
Welcome back to Things I Did Last Night. I'm tired. Anyways, have you ever heard of...
Yeah, what's up?
Have you ever heard of... God, I got to remember this guy's name.
Have you?
Have you ever heard of Richard Henne?
Richard Henne?
Richard Henne.
Okay.
You want to see what he looks like? Here he is.
Sure.
For our audio listeners, it's a middle-aged man with long hair.
Okay. Yeah, my wife has been listening to the episodes recently, and she said, you guys don't describe the images enough. So I'll describe them.
Yeah, thank you.
It's a guy who looks divorced for sure, and he looks like he probably teaches a karate class, even though he does not have the credentials to do so.
Yeah, and he makes everyone call him sensei, whether they're in the class or not.
Yeah, white guy.
Oh, yeah,
And,
obviously. You don't have to say that.
White guy with a ponytail. And yep, he, yeah.
Yeah, so Richard Henne and his family,
Okay.
he,
The name sounds familiar.
yeah, you might know this story.
Okay.
I would expect you to know this story, honestly.
Sure.
Richard Henne, he is a guy who's known for he's got a lot of hobbies, but hobbies that are that kind of encroach on. You know what? I was thinking about this when I was watching his story. He was like a serial entrepreneur in the 90s, 2000s.
Okay.
And so he was constantly hawking product.
Hawking prod, yeah.
But this is the kind of stuff he was doing. So
energy drinks.
He had the bear scratch. So here's a commercial he made for the bear scratch, which is this thing you mount on your wall. Oh. And you can scratch your back.
It looks like he got rich from it though, because before, hit the before picture. He's younger. He's got a goatee.
Yeah.
And
it was definitely early 2000s coded.
So this is literally a product that you put on the corner of the wall.
Yeah, and you can make the wall better to scratch your back.
With it?
If you want to know that, bearscratch.com, still live, still looks like this. Still can buy the bear scratch.
Itchy back, dirty hands, can't reach.
That's the funniest line I've ever heard. Itchy back, dirty hands,
can't find
reach.
your back scratcher? No problem. Scratch your back with no hands using bears. Now, sure, you could probably use the corner. Sure, you could probably use the door. Sure, you could probably lay on the floor and do against the rug. Sure, you could have a spouse or your wife or a friend scratch your back. Itchy back, dirty hands, can't reach, divorced. No problem. Bear scratch mounts on the wall, so it is always there. That is how mounting works. This really, the more I was saying it, the more it's just have someone do it, man.
The more it's there, the more it's just just use any
corner.
Just use literally any corner. But he was hawking this product. Another product he hawked was this. It was the Henne Duty.
The what?
The Henne Duty. And it was basically like a lift. You could load a bunch of stuff in there and lift it into your truck bed.
Yes,
and it was a Henne Duty.
Okay.
And so he sold this thing. He had a bunch of ads. Yeah, it's like a cart, and you can jack it up and then just slide everything into your truck. Yeah,
oh, I
the
see.
Henne Duty. This genuinely kind of a good idea. Kind of an okay idea.
That's okay. We can allow that.
But everything he did, he had all these concepts, and he would make these super cheesy early 2000s order now, like ads. And it got me thinking about.
Here's also, go back to the other picture.
The Henne duty?
Yeah. Don't have friends that'll help you load the back of the truck. You know what I'm saying? Like, do you have to do everything in your life yourself? I've made products for you.
You can't scratch your own back.
This is the original incel culture seller right here. Straight up, like, this is like, do you need to load the back of the truck by yourself and you don't have anyone to help you?
Yeah.
Use the lit, like.
I think the best thing about it too is this is like
crazy?
A 2001, maybe even a 99 pickup truck. So it's not like it's that far off the ground yet. Right. That was before they got absurd.
That's before they were too big.
Like that was totally a feasible truck for you to lift stuff yourself into.
So anyway.
So like, but that's the thing. I was thinking about this. Like nowadays, and I'm trying to figure out why this changed. But like nowadays, your serial entrepreneurs, they're like selling crypto and they're like finance bros and all that stuff. Back then, they were inventors. I was like, I want to show you my new invention. Mm-hmm. And then they had all these ads and they were always like kooky guys like that. Like honestly, genuinely, they seemed like a character in the McDonald's TV show, like that you get the VHSs from. Like that's how they act. They're caricatures.
Well, here are a couple of reasons. One, now if you put that level of capital into something, then a knockoff will immediately show up on TikTok Shop and knock you out of business, right? So once that happened to a couple people, they were like, oh, I'm not going to take the risk of the capital of putting that up, right?
Yeah.
The other thing was what you're saying is like people just realized that they could try to day trade and do that kind of stuff and do the crypto and make their money that way. Like investors aren't investing in these kind of guys.
Yeah, 100%. Well, that's I think that's my thing is like it used to be if you wanted to build a business, you would have to like invent something.
Sure.
But now it's like you just kind of play around on the internet.
Yeah.
And like fake stuff online.
Well, there was also a time where, you know, even just having that simple web page was enough to set you apart from any kind of competition. Now, I mean, it really is. I do think it's the resellers. I think it's that. Because when you see, like, there's that girl who did
this would be so easy to just fake for like 20 cents and throw it on Temu.
And then it's like $11, you know? And it's just like, it's just easy.
Yeah.
So that's part of it. I mean, I just think of all the products that there was. Also, people don't buy the way they used to. People are either more selective or.
I mean, I will say he does seem like he's adapted to the times. Here's a more recent video. He made a music video. This is for a character he came up with called Aluminum Man.
So stupid. What's he selling here?
I don't know if he's selling anything. I
you just think he wanted to make an Aluminum Man?
I think he just made a music video. Because here's
he just made a music video called Aluminum Man.
Yeah, and I think that was like he's like oh, I'll make it in the music industry.
Okay, so he's Aluminum Man.
Yeah, and I think because here's the point. He's trying to. I think he's trying to. I don't know if he's trying to make music or if he's trying to make money off.
It is interesting that you say that because I mean, like, it just feels that there used to be a lot more. Well, I mean, there's still like dumb little inventions, but like freaking the fact that the Billy Mouth Bass became like a household item is insane to me.
Well, yeah, I feel like the ads on TV.
I think it's part of like we used to just buy junk.
I mean, I think people still do. You know what I'm realizing? I'm realizing as sold on TV is now TikTok Shop. It's the same kind of just
for sure
crap that you don't need.
Dude, I mean the number of people who are like, yeah, I got this thing to hold the cup that already has a handle on it, and you're like, oh, okay. Stuff I'll see on TikTok Shop, I'm like, what?
Yeah. It's pretty bananas.
You know what you should do instead of affiliate marketing is we have a referral bonus if you get people who need content and we can help them make it, and then they sign up for our services. We'll give you a referral bonus for that. You'll make more money doing that than you will selling knickknacks.
I have a theory about TikTok Shop.
I'd love to hear it.
I think that what is happening, because all that stuff, like you said, is just pointless. Like, who's buying this? I think that there are people who are buying lots of this stuff on TikTok Shop and reselling it, and that's how they're laundering money, and they're living their lives in Dubai because they're in drugs or armed trade or something like that, but they're buying a bunch of stuff on TikTok Shop to make that their legal business, and then they're reselling it. That's my theory. So all these people that are like, dancing on TikTok Shop, they're selling to the arms trade.
Well, Mattress Firm is a front, right?
Yeah, I think a lot of it, car washes.
Lots of businesses are just fronts.
Dentists. Yeah, Aluminum Man. Oh, so Aluminum Man was probably a reference to an event that happened earlier in his life, I assume.
Okay.
Because earlier in his life, in 2009, the picture I'm trying to portray is he was always inventing stuff, always running these experiments to see if he could create a new product.
Sure.
And one day he learned about weather balloons, and he started figuring, is there a product or some way I could create something like that and have a product to market? And so he made this
weather balloon.
And it looks, if you're listening, it looks like a UFO. It's like very UFO shaped balloon.
It also looks like, y'all ever seen those Orville Redenbacher popcorn things?
As you do on the stove?
Yeah.
Yeah, it does look a lot like that as well.
Exactly like that. But just, it takes up the whole backyard.
The whole backyard, yeah.
And is it sitting in 2 trampolines that have been taken apart?
So the answer's kind of. Yeah, so he does have this weird little array he built for it.
This is just, okay, again, audio listeners, this is just like a suburban backyard.
This is the most suburban backyard you've ever seen.
And this thing takes up the entire thing.
It's this, fairly large balloon. Like it's probably, if I had to ballpark it, I'd probably say it's like 20 feet across, probably.
Okay. And if you had to Google it, what would it be?
Let me Google it.
If I had to ballpark it, I'd say it's 20 feet. And if I had to use the tool in front of me to figure out exactly how big it is, I would say it's...
Oh, it was 20 feet in diameter, 5 feet high.
Wow, you really did. You really nailed that.
Ballparked that pretty
That was
well.
like, you ballparked that. You did ballpark that.
Take me out to the ball game. All right, here we go.
You nailed that. I was trying to give you crap, and
then I freaking
but honestly,
sent it.
I'll be honest, listener. I didn't see the Google search. He could have just made that up. He could have looked at it and been like, "Oh shoot, it says 14 feet.
It's way not 20.
Wow, Google says 20 feet.
It's so not 20.
So it's 5 feet tall.
It's 5 feet tall,
which is about
as tall as me. I am almost 5 feet.
I do think of you all the time. There's a store right next to where my wife works.
So much. This is so annoying.
You see this? That I put it on my story a couple weeks ago. It's a store. It's just the official name of the store it's called For Men 5'8" and Under.
That's the name. That's the sign on the building.
The sign says For Men 5'8" and Under. And every time I drive by, I go, Tim. Because how tall are you?
Insane. I'm 5'8".
That's what I thought.
But my wife thinks I'm 5'9".
I ballparked it at 5'8". So
I will never forget when I was in high school, junior year, we got new football coaches, and
I can tell he's really going there. Did you see him close his eyes and do his eyes like flutter a little bit, like he did, like that's like he was doing freaking EDMR over here. He's just
EMDR, yeah.
I said EDMR.
But
ASMR and EMDR.
EDM. I'll never forget being in the coach's office. We got brand new coaches. It's summer football in the middle of training camp. And there was like one of the things we had to do is we had to go give our like stats, our height, our weight, our everything, because they were going to put together the booklet they give you at the games.
Yeah.
And so we got our pictures taken.
And said 6'4".
And we went, and the new head coach was like, "All right, what's your height?" And I said 5'8", and he looks at me and he's like, "I'm putting 5'10".
And from that day on, you were like, I'm 5'10". You walked out of there and you walked out of there feeling taller. And
that's not what happened. I walked out of there feeling 5'3".
He went, I'm going to put 5'10". And then you walked out of there feeling confident and you felt taller.
I felt
That's
so
the power of a
confident.
strong man speaking into a young man's life. Maybe you should look at a young man next to you and say, you look 5'10". Say that to somebody. Anybody.
It crushed me.
I go up to the biggest guy you can find in the store and say, you look 5'10". But look at him like this, go. And for the audio listener, I'm squinting. We gotta describe because my wife's gonna get mad.
Gonna be so annoying.
I told her. Here's what I told my wife is that, and I don't care if you're here. You search the topic, and then you're like, "Oh gosh, these guys are cackling."
Are they gonna talk about anything?
Shut up.
Find a podcast for you.
That's some 5'9" behavior.
Get taller.
Get taller, you nerd. So my wife says that this podcast does suck, but she goes, okay, every time I listen, I can't tell what's happening because you guys don't describe it.
Just look at
and I said, yeah, we want you to watch on YouTube.
Yeah, listen to other
we make more money from you on YouTube. And then literally 2 days ago, she was like, yeah. She goes, oh, there was another thing. I couldn't tell what was going on because I was listening. And I said, watch it on YouTube. That's where we make more revenue.
Yeah.
We don't make enough money from the downloads. I need you to be a YouTuber. And she went, okay. And then on our phone call last night, she was like, so I was listening to the podcast. Ray, I know you're listening right now. Shut it off.
Shut it off. Watch
Use your eyes. Honestly, we pay for YouTube Premium. Pull it up on YouTube.
You're not even gonna get the ads.
Click lock. You can still listen to it.
You can still listen to it.
But we make more money.
When there's a video part.
Every dollar counts.
Every dollar counts.
At our house.
Daddy needs a new jet. Can we start being... Okay, anyways. No, we got to talk about this thing.
Go ahead with that thought. We should start over.
So he's been
working...
out
the part where I talked about my wife. I don't want people to know I have one.
I want people to think I'm single. Let me just take this thing off.
Hey, wait a minute though. Wait. Okay, by the time this episode comes out, this is super old news. But you've seen the couple, right? You've seen the Coldplay couple?
Yeah.
And the funniest thing about it is if they just kissed, it would have been nothing.
It would have just...
No one would have...
Yeah.
But him hiding behind a glass balcony,
wall.
him going...
behind a glass
is
wall.
so freaking funny, dude.
Yeah, that was that.
Golly.
That was the worst reaction they could have had.
Or them going, ha, ha, ha. The worst reaction would have been him going like this, him going like, ha, putting his rings back on. And be like, I'm married to someone. Like trying to tell them that.
Yeah. This was a professional hug. This was business hug.
Yeah. We're like family at our job. We're like family.
We're like family.
We're like family in that I'm the dad and she's the mom and sometimes we kiss.
But no one can tell our spouses.
But it's like a family here.
It's like a family.
And if you tell your Aunt Kate, a.k.a. my wife, then I'm going to cut off your allowance because we're like a family here.
AKA your salary.
That's crazy. Anyway.
So Richard and his family one day, they're out there doing they're working on the balloon, right?
Yeah.
Changing the oil or whatever you do.
Yeah,
I don't know
what
you do with the balloon. I mean, there's electric components in it.
Sure.
He put the high voltage sticker on, so at least he's a responsible inventor.
Okay.
And
he was hoping to sell this?
I don't know what he expected
1-800
from this balloon. 1-800 balloons. 1-800 big balloon. 1-800 20-foot big balloon. And so I don't know what the intention was with this. I don't know if he was going to like scan some stuff. Maybe he was going to do some Google Earth thing himself. I don't know. It's 2009. He's inventing. He's working on the balloon. His whole family's out there.
You know what I think more, though? Maybe this is the thing. I don't know. I've been thinking about why people don't invent stuff. I think it's just that people don't have the ability to take as big as risks as they used to. So I think because financial mobility is so limited where we are in our current economy, that if you take too big of a swing, you'll fully end up a class lower than where you are. Like if I think that he was an adult in the time where you could take bigger risks. And if you lost that money, it's kind of like, okay, well, I'm still fine.
That is an interesting point.
And now we're in a spot where people can't take that big of risk.
Yeah, if you take a big risk, you could
really hose your life.
Interesting. Yeah. I mean, I will say too, though, like, I feel like a lot of times,
maybe, I don't know.
Inventor types.
I don't know. I'm just trying, you know?
Yeah. I think a lot of times, though, these inventor types weren't like these inventor types were kind of people that were like lower middle class.
Yeah.
Like, cause they were trying, I think they
saw that as their ticket out.
Yeah, maybe. It was like instead of having a 401k, they had this crazy business idea.
Also, you used to just sit around and think.
I guess that's true. Yeah, there wasn't a lot of stuff to take.
The people who probably would have invented some cool stuff are just scrolling.
Or they have 4 jobs.
Or they have 4. Well, I'm talking about. Sure. Maybe they're financially strapped. Maybe they're doing 4 jobs. Or maybe they're just scrolling TikTok.
That's true. Yeah, they could be just occupied.
Like all the downtime, like the average. What's the average American screen time? Look that up. Average American phone screen time.
Like per day, or what do you want?
Yeah, I'm sure that's the number it'll give you. Average daily screen time. I'm gonna guess. Gosh, average. I'm gonna guess 5 hours.
Well, I'm gonna do phone screen time.
Yeah, is it doing computer and TV and everything? Yeah, do phone screen time. I'm gonna guess 5 hours. What would you guess?
Yeah, probably like 4 or 5 hours for a lot of people.
Yeah, for a lot of people. Did you hit a little bit of judgment in Alex's voice? Because he's like, not me.
I mean,
he's like, for a lot of people.
It's also a really wide range because you have to think about like...
That's true. You got to think about like people who do like 18 hours on their phone.
A lot of younger kids are going to be more technology centric.
Sure.
Yeah.
And then like anyone that's, 40 and older has developed very differently and is not as...
you say that.
Generally, yeah.
I think they're all on their phones still.
That's fair.
I think they're all on their phones.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone's on their phones all the time. People who might have otherwise been inventing bear scratchers. Think of all the useless items that we're being robbed of.
Because of freaking Meta.
Have you found it?
Yeah, I was just waiting for you guys to finish your conversation. The average on specifically just the phone in America, adults, this is not including teens, 5 hours and 16 minutes per day.
Wow, I ballparked that really well, didn't I?
What did you say? I
said 5 hours.
Did he really?
Yeah.
I thought he faked that.
You're right here. We don't even record this like mobily. Some people are audio listeners and they straight up come to shows and they're like, "Yeah, how are you guys doing? Do you guys do like a over the Zoom or something?" And I was like, "No, I'm
watch it on YouTube."
I'm like, "No, I'm
watch
there.
the video."
So hey, we have a lot of audio. That's why I'm trying to be like, "Hey guys, Tim, pull that image off the screen. What's that? Don't put that up there. What are you doing? Don't put that in the video. Get that off the screen, Tim." That's inappropriate.
For audio listeners, it's a picture of a...
Yeah.
There we go. Okay, so here's a picture of Richard and his family.
Okay.
He's got a family of 3 and his wife. They took a picture with his balloon.
Okay.
And so one day they were out there in their backyard working on the balloon.
What year is this now? This is 2009?
This is 2009.
I really do think it's the phones, man. I think that there's, 2009, he had a Motorola Razr and a lot of downtime.
Yeah.
I really think that, because I just saw a video. I know we're going off on so many tangents, and I know the story we're getting to. It's actually pretty interesting. But dude, freaking, I saw a video before I came in here today about a guy who was just like, am I broken, or is every hobby that people go do sound really boring? And people are like, oh, we threw axes, or we went bowling, or we went to a minor league baseball game, and he's like, all this stuff just seems boring to me.
Well, I think the reason you say that is because I think most hobbies, genuinely, there's a reason why we call them pastimes. They're not fun. You're just passing time.
Oh, you're on that side.
Yeah.
I think there's nothing as stimulating as your device.
I'm saying the same thing. Yeah. And so I'm saying we've created something that
bad
will jack up your brain so much more than anything else.
Stimulate you so that things that previously were stimulating and community builders are no longer stimulating.
Yeah.
Conversations with people aren't stimulating enough anymore.
Yeah, I don't really like talking to you.
Not joking though.
No, it's true. It's true.
We'll be with friends. I will actively watch my friends lose interest in the middle of something. Or
I'm doing it right now.
I'll see. Well, I'm a good storyteller, so I keep interest. But I'm really good at keeping that. And when I see people, I go, "Oh, hey, I'm still talking.
Hey, focus. Hey, little monkey.
Hey, right now you toned me out. You're like, oh, I'm gonna watch a different video. Thanks for watching on YouTube, though. So. You get what I'm saying? We have to do weird stuff. But I'm saying straight up, bowling was fun. There was a time where Robbie? What's his name? Richard. Golly. Where Richard would come home from work.
Yeah.
And would tinker.
Yeah. And he would have fun with it. He would enjoy that.
And that was People made model trains, bro.
Yeah, you like model trains.
I love model trains. Dude, I think about this too, though. Like, I play RuneScape.
Yeah.
They've introduced so many things to RuneScape that make your leveling up go faster.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, this is cool because I need this for a quest. But then I thought, oh, they changed that because people were like, oh, yeah, this takes too long. Because we don't get enjoyment out of tinkering anymore.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And so maybe that's why that guy doesn't, or people don't invent stuff like this.
Maybe.
That may be one thing, really.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I will say it is interesting.
You don't got to keep going. You can just go back to the topic.
Okay.
I've already given my thoughts, and actually I just became super uninterested in yours. So you started talking, and I was like,
now that I'm like, I'm so
understimulated right now. Oh, I need one of those.
You would say
shirts.
something
People
interesting.
Like, oh, I'm overstimulated. No, you're not. No, you're not.
Nothing.
I'm understimulated. I need some stimmy. In the early days of this show, we did like affiliate ads where we were like, hey, sign up for Grammarly and use code TILLN and we got like 15 cents. And now we just do Patreon. It's a much better way. It's better for us as creators. It's better for you as listeners. And it's a much more fun way for us to interact. We do monthly hangouts like on Zoom. We just hang out and play games online and get to know each other. It's a really fun time. So, but still use our code TILLN at Grammarly.com because I think it's still active. We might get like a couple cents from that. Yeah. But join us on Patreon because we're having a great time.
Yeah. If you don't, we're going to have to start doing mobile game ads. Hold on.
Talk. I need stimulus.
Hold on.
I can't handle silence.
This is a total sidebar, but I did not realize this. I'm like looking for the names of his whole family because I realized I only know his wife and one of his son's names while I'm in the middle of this episode. So I'm sitting here.
Going to give away what was happening.
Sitting here moving through trying to find all of them. But then I found this article that's talking about how in the 70s he was a storm chaser. Because there was a storm that took the roof off of a building he was working on. So he got interested in storm chasing. And I guess as a part of his storm chasing career, and I wish that there was more information about this or a video or something I could watch, he chased a tornado and he rode a motorcycle into it for like research. That's all it says.
That's real?
Yeah. I wonder what would happen if I ride this motorcycle into that tornado. And there's no explanation of what happened. I'm guessing not good things.
I mean, he lived.
I mean, he survived.
But that's probably why he made a weather.
I will say that's probably why his face looks like that.
That guy looks like he's seen the center of a tornado.
From a motorcycle. He probably was wearing a helmet.
He does
Had
look.
to be.
Okay.
Anyways,
That's
so
crazy.
one day him and his family, here's a picture of his family. I showed you that. They're
Who
all
are these people?
So that's him, Richard, his wife, Mayumi, I believe that's how you say that.
Sure.
And then I know one of his sons, it's his youngest, the 6-year-old in the middle. His name is Falcon. First name, legal first name. Oh, here's the rest of their names. Bradford and then Ryo as their legal names.
Spell Ryo.
R-Y-O.
Oh.
Ryo. Ryo. Maybe Rio?
Ryo.
I don't know.
Okay. I thought that you were dumb for a second, but then I thought it was going to be R-I-O, and I was going to be like, yeah, Ryo, buddy. But you were right. That was on me for assuming you were
Sorry,
dumb.
I've assumed you're stupid. Hey, I'm going to put 5'10".
Hey, buddy. I just wanted you to know.
Yeah.
I'm really proud of you.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it.
Become a dad.
That.
You're handling really well.
Hey,
I know that you're tired, and I know that it's a lot of work. I know this kid isn't.
Yeah.
Like it's kind of like a spot where the kid is taking more than they're giving to the relationship, and it's kind of tough.
Yeah.
But I'm really proud of you for.
This is really weird.
For not just skipping town.
For not just what?
Skipping town.
Oh yeah. I could have. I think a lot of people.
I'm proud of you for stepping up.
Thanks. Okay, what is this about? Is this a bit, or what are you doing?
No.
Okay.
I'm just letting you know that I think you're doing really well.
There's the moment coming where he's gonna pull the rug out, and all right, whatever, fine, being genuine, whatever. Okay, let's continue this podcast. That's so not whatever this was. So his family's doing this experiment in the back.
What?
His family's doing this experiment in the backyard.
I'm just really proud of you,
They're
man.
working on the balloon.
I'm so excited that you had a kid and that you're doing well and that you're adjusting to this new life as a dad. And I know it's a lot. I know it's like it's a really big change and you're handling it really well, man. I'm just really proud of you.
Thanks.
What you're doing right now is big 5'10" energy. Really stepping into it, you know. I didn't think you had it in you.
I thought you were 5'8", but what you're doing now shows me you're 5'10".
You're doing great, man.
Height is a mindset. Don't let anybody tell you.
No. Don't try to deflect and go to jokes. I was trying to be serious.
It doesn't seem like it. So they're working on the balloon in the backyard.
Falcon, Ryo, and Bradford.
Yeah, and his wife.
And his wife.
It's a whole family affair. They're all out there working on the.
It's their big break.
Yeah, they're working on this. This is in Fort Collins, Colorado, where they live at the time. Little bit of background. They lived in Hollywood. Him and his wife met in acting school. They got married in 97, later moved to Fort Collins.
Okay.
And they're working on this balloon as a family. And what they're doing is they're testing the pull cord, the release to launch, but they're not actually planning on launching it today. They're just testing the pull cord. So they've got it tethered down.
Okay.
But it's not going to launch today. They're just pulling that pull cord to make sure it's functioning properly. And so they get ready to do this test. They pull the test, and when they pull the pull cord, the balloon starts to lift off the ground. And what he realizes almost immediately, Richard realizes that his son Falcon, who had been messing with the tethers, had untied the tether, and he didn't realize that his son had untied the tethers. And so the balloon literally just starts floating away. And so they try to get it, they can't get it, and it literally just lifts up off the ground. And there's video of this, because I think they had like a security camera in their backyard or something like that.
Okay.
So there's a video of this, and you can see him, like the dad kind of freaks out.
Can I see it? You have it pulled up?
No, I don't have it. What do you think? I can get it.
Yeah, well, let me see it. I want to. We can pause. Let me see.
Let me get it. Here's the actual takeoff video. If you're listening, you're going to hear the audio of the takeoff video, and then afterwards we're going to stop and Jared's going to describe the whole video to you from memory.
I can do that for sure.
Here we go.
Easy. So it's Fox News. Fox News alert. It's a breaking new video.
Hold on. I meant like after the video, you're going to describe it.
No, I like this better.
because you can't.
No, I like this better.
It's a little distracting if you're listening to the clip.
Okay, here we go.
Listening to the clip and then also watching
Okay, start it over then. All right, here we go.
Okay, we're just going to go to the point where...
No. Start it over from the beginning.
Okay, sounds good. We'll start over from the beginning. Now that you know what you're doing.
Because this is 2009, right?
This is 2009. Yeah, here we go.
A new video just into Fox. We've got some home video, we're told, that shows the moment that notorious balloon left the ground in Fort Collins, Colorado yesterday. There you can see Richard Henne.
This is so much work for Robert to do if we pause the video, but I don't care. You were like, I think they have a security camera or something, as it's like clearly like clearly his wife just jolting the camera
I'm trying
around.
To remember what happened here.
All right,
okay,
yeah.
All right,
okay,
ready.
Sorry, continue.
Heene in the foreground there. We recognize him now. He's, of course, the father of 6-year-old Falcon Henne.
And look at the bottom. It looks pretty much the way it looked when we saw it going through the sky,
really not
right?
much of a bucket there.
I mean, there it goes.
There
okay,
it goes.
And they're watching it. This is part of their experiment, I assume. They're kind of excited, and the other kids, you can hear them.
Now, it's a little bit confusing as to...
Wait, go back a little bit, though. Go back, not that far. Yes.
They're watching it. This is part of their experiment, I assume. They're kind of excited, and the other kids,
you know exactly what I'm talking about.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Like, is that excitement or is that him frustrated?
That's him frustrated.
So maybe he's frustrated, just so we're all clear. You can't see the TV, can you?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, you got it. Okay, great. So he goes...
for the audio listener, Jared just wiggled his arms and go crazy.
He just gyrates his body like a like. Have you ever seen like when you say no to a 4-year-old in the store and they stomp their foot?
Have you ever played The Sims and then your sim couldn't get where he wanted to go?
Yes. You ever seen Tim earnestly try to dance? It's kind of the same motion.
And then he kicked over like a lawn chair.
And he was like, "Oh gosh." Here's the thing.
Yeah.
So I know where the story goes.
Yeah.
That feels super hoaxy.
Yeah, I don't...
Because that to me is like what you would go, like his frustration there is like, if you were like, hey, do what a cartoon character does when they're frustrated.
It does...
Shocks!
It does...
That's what it feels like.
It does kind of seem like that. It does
so kind of the listener might not, or the watcher, all hail.
All hail the watcher.
Might not know the rest of the story.
Yeah.
But like that clip didn't feel earnest. Like when he's like, "Oh no, someone catch the balloon."
So if you watch the rest of the video, and they're talking over it, like analyzing it, so I'm not going to play anymore because I don't want them to spoil the story. What happens after that moment is the family, the dad and the mom are like angry and they're freaking out because they lost the balloon. Like they're like we've been working on this balloon and now it's floating away. Yeah. And so they're angry.
What's it filled with? Helium.
It's helium. Yeah. If you look around the room, I don't know if you can see it in this photo.
Okay.
Yeah, you can't see any. Oh, actually, you can. Right by the deck, there's a big helium tank. See that silver helium tank right in front of the deck by the stairs?
Is that?
It's like in the bush.
Okay.
That's a helium tank.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Yeah, and in the videos, you can see the helium tanks as they move around. They have 3 helium tanks back there that they filled this balloon with.
Okay.
And so
but he's built this in his bag. I don't understand. Okay.
Yeah. So they're frustrated, and then one of the other boys.
Like, gosh, dang it, we lost it.
One of the other boys, you hear him say, "Falcon's in there," and none of the parents respond.
Yeah, well,
and then
because the dad's too busy going,
"Shucks, gee willikers!" And then the boy says it again. He's
one of my favorite things about the quarterback documentary. Have we talked about that? The quarterback documentary on Netflix. The first season they had Kirk Cousins and Patrick Mahomes, and then Marcus Mariota. Rest in peace. He's fine, but his career is dead.
His career is gone.
And it would cut between Mahomes. Mahomes would be like cussing and be like, rah, 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 you know, and then it would cut to Kirk Cousins, who is just a homeschool dad, and he'd be like, no, it would show the gameplay, right? It's game footage. So Mahomes is competitive. He's like throwing, the ball drops, and he's like, cuss word after cuss word, and then it goes to Kirk, who's like, shoot.
Genuinely, that's exactly what's happening.
Guys, come on.
Have you watched the new season?
And then he goes up and he knows, and I haven't yet. That's why I brought it up. I saw the new.
There's a scene in the new season. Kirk's in it again. There's a scene in the new season where
because
him
Kirk's
and his brother,
everyone's favorite.
Yeah, there's a scene where him and his brother after a game are going to pick up some food, and I'm not exaggerating when I say it is a spitting image of that a cappella singing scene from yes,
yeah,
like they're just doing him and his brother are doing a cappella in the car, and it's like,
here's the thing, man,
hilarious.
Kirk's super likable.
It's so hard not to love the guy.
Does it take place when he's like in
Atlanta?
Interesting.
Yeah,
interesting.
It's good. It's a good season.
Yeah.
Anyways,
I need to watch it. I just brought it up because like the shoot.
So
Falcon's in there.
They're like, Falcon's in there. And finally they like registers for the parents, and the mom starts freaking, like absolutely freaking out. She's like, what? She's like, no, he didn't. And then the dad's like, he's not in there. And so he's like looking for him. And he's like, Falcon. And the like other son is like, I saw him crawl in there. He's in that balloon. And so the family, what happens after this, we hear after the fact, they run through the house, searching the house for Falcon, trying to find him. They can't find him anywhere. They search the whole house, can't find him. So then they call 911. They're on the phone with 911, and they get
Falcon's in the balloon.
They get put on hold. The wife's on hold with 911, and so the dad's like, "Who can I call?" The dad calls the FAA. And he's like, "There's the balloons out there. Like, you gotta find it. Shoot it down."
Probably tell the FAA. You should
probably shoot it down.
Yeah.
And then
scramble the fighter jets.
Scramble the fighters. They're on hold with 911, and it kind of seems like 911's not really taking this seriously. They're like, "Oh yeah, your kid's stuck in a balloon. Let me deal with this guy who got stabbed."
Well, this is also around the time that Up just came out, so it's just kind of like,
a little convenient, yeah.
Yeah.
And so they're getting put on hold and taken off hold. She's kind of freaking out on 911.
Also, 911 operator's like, you want me to send a squad car?
Yeah, what do you want me to do about that?
I guess FAA might be the appropriate people to call.
Yeah, and so then the dad, while she's waiting on the line with 911, and they're not really doing anything, honestly, quick thinking for the dad, he calls the news. Not because he's like, I want you guys to broadcast that. He's
helicopter.
Like, go get your news helicopter out there.
Yeah.
And like make sure we don't lose him. Because like he recognizes like this is a reflective material, it's a balloon, it's going to float away, and like it's going to be impossible to find it unless we keep our eyes on it. And so he's like, get something up there to watch it. And so of course the news is like, love this idea.
Like, thank you for calling us.
The news is like, thanks for the content. And so the news gets out there.
You said your son's in there? How old is your son? What are his hobbies?
Yeah. How tall is your son?
Yeah. How tall is it? We're going to say he's 5'10". 6-year-old Falcon, 5'10". Stuck in
absolute specimen, stuck in this.
We got to get this guy because he's gonna play.
He's gonna play the
NFL.
They get him out and they're like, "Oh, That doesn't seem 5'10". This kid seems shorter than 5'10". I feel like we were
So which station starts following it?
All of them. All of them start following it.
Yeah, but like they're in Fort Collins. What station is?
I don't know what station got the helicopter up there, but it quickly got picked up by national networks, and so it was on national networks, and then this became a thing where it was like pretty much across the nation.
Boy, everyone floats away in balloon.
Everyone was,
so everyone can see. This is a screenshot from CNN.
And are you going to finish describing that? Or are you just going to stop?
It's a picture of the balloon. I didn't know what else to say. And I'm reading the Chiron down here. It says, boy floats away in balloon. Next up, coronavirus. 2009. They were already ahead of the curve.
So the picture.
Crazy the Dow was 10,000, dude. That's what I was really distracted by. They have the Dow counter down there and it says 10,000.
Yeah.
That sucks. That truly does. It's just crazy how much life sucks, man.
So
you ever think about it?
Yeah, all the time.
We spiral out, man.
So this balloon floats up in the air.
Floated over 7,000.
The helicopter is chasing this thing.
Altitude, 7,000 feet.
Altitude, yeah.
Okay, but is that altitude, or is that 7,000 feet from the ground?
That's a good question. I don't know if it's what.
Because in Colorado, that'd be 2,000 feet.
Yeah,
off the ground.
Yeah, barely off the ground.
Yeah,
I think it was like 7,000 feet from the ground is the way I understood it, but I could be wrong.
I didn't know if they were like above sea level, 7,000 feet, because that's more dramatic is what I'm saying. If you go probably 7,000 feet, like altitude.
I would think so. So this gets out
there. Or is
that
7,000 feet distance? That's 7,000
No, it's
Subway
7,000 feet
sandwiches.
altitude. If you took Subway sandwiches.
Boy floats 7,000 Subway sandwiches in the sky.
Boy floats 7,000 spicy Italians. This kid's floating in this balloon, and it makes national news. It's a huge story.
If you don't know how the story ends, it sounds like we're being really insensitive to this kid being trapped in this balloon at 7,000 feet. And then we're like, a spicy Italian. Like there's somebody listening to this who doesn't know how the story ends. And they're like, what happened?
And we're just
quit joking around and tell the story.
Spicy Italian.
No. What a spicy one would be like, no. You get spicy.
God. This is such a mess. So
you gotta watch it to get the reference. I can't explain what I just did.
You're gonna have to watch, and I'm not gonna tell you the timestamp. You're gonna
the timestamp is probably 1 hour, 15 minutes, and 38 seconds. I don't know how long we've been recording, but that seems about right.
So this kid's flying around the town. This kid's over the sky.
So like the kid's stuck in this balloon 7,000 feet above the ground.
Yeah. Yes. And he's floating.
Hold on, we got to make some social media content real quick. You guys in for this? Okay.
Yeah, let's see how this works.
All right, here we go. So this kid's stuck in this balloon 7,000 feet in the sky?
Yes.
That's a great hook.
His dad
no, don't talk. I'll do the video.
We're not done with the video.
Whoa! Social media, dude. So this kid's trapped in a balloon? I'm doing the thumbnails right now.
Don't worry, he didn't get unalived. So this is all national news. The helicopter's following him. The police are on the ground, like following where the location of it, tracking him.
How far is this balloon / boy traveling from Fort Collins? Like where?
So
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I can tell you. The National Guard gets scrambled. So here's a photo, literally, of this event. The National Guard chasing him.
That's crazy.
Why they didn't take a photo?
I like that you said that. You're like, of this event, like. Like the other option was that you just pull up a picture of the National Guard in a helicopter, just to have because like for audio listener, it's the National Guard in a helicopter.
Yeah, it could be. This could be any photo, and it's absurd to me because this is. I will say on the Wikipedia, and it says Colorado Army National Guard aviators search for 6-year-old Falcon Henne. So this is what this is, and I'm like, why can't they have taken this picture and panned to the left so you could see the UFO.
Well, because they're probably far away from it.
I don't know, man.
They're probably not risking getting super close to it right just yet because they're just tracking it right now.
Yeah, they don't want to get caught in the helicopter. There's also a huge possibility
that if you clear the airspace, and like it's not like that thing's just gonna plummet and fall.
Yeah, it's just gonna float for a while,
and then eventually it won't.
Kind of like that China balloon. Like this thing could have floated for weeks.
Well,
or a week.
I don't think it would have floated for a week, but I think there's a strong possibility that's like, okay, can we figure out, it's less dangerous to just follow this thing and let it slowly drift down to a safer altitude than it is to try to. We're not gonna pop it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he flew for 90 minutes. He was airborne, and this was all televised the whole time.
They love that stuff, by the way.
Yeah.
And then eventually they put him in the bottom corner, and they were like, little bit of chicken fried, cold beer on a Friday night. Come on down to Applebee's for a 2 for $20 deal. Now back to a child in the sky.
Child gets lost in sky. Sky eats child.
That's what ChatGPT would give us for a title.
For the content, yeah. So he flies for 90 minutes.
Okay.
And goes...
Long time.
Let me see. What's the distance? The distance was 50 miles and landed just 12 miles north of DIA.
Landed?
Yes. So eventually...
It did start coming down.
Eventually. So it reached 7,000
did exactly what I just said.
It reached 7,000 feet, and then it just slowly started moving downwards. And so, as you saw in that video, like you can kind of see it's got a pitch to it. So, like, I don't know if there was a leak in it or what, but it just started losing altitude.
Well, there was a child in it. That's what the pitch is. Like, I don't know if there was a leak in there. Yeah, there was like a kid weighing down the other side.
On the edge, just kind of tumbling around in there. And it came down in this field just outside DIA, and like slowly but surely. And the live broadcast is kind of crazy to see it because you see this thing just slowly coming down in this field and the helicopter's like circling it. That's got the camera. And then it's just all these cops driving down this field like towards where it's hitting. And then they get close and like one of them just jumps out and just starts sprinting towards it and like catches it as it comes down and like brings it down. And then the firefighters get there and the firefighters have what genuinely looks like
the jaws of life.
No, they look like Grim Reaper scythes, and they're like stabbing it, trying to rip this thing open.
Get this kid out like they're pinata, and they're like no one hit the kid.
No one hit the kid, and so everyone's watching with bated breath.
Yeah.
And what's so insane
bated
about this?
Why did you say that?
Well, here's what's so insane about this moment.
Everyone's watching with bated breath.
Here's what's so insane about this moment is
Tim has beta breath. You know what I'm saying?
He's got 5'8" breath. So they're a few minutes prior to this. Okay. A woman calls into the news and was like, hey, because everybody who lived in the area was like, I want to see if I can spot the kid. Sure. And so they were all like outside, like, can you see the kid? They had
like, hey, I shot at it.
Like, this is my favorite pastime. This is my hobby.
That's what people did back then, dude. People used to just be like, oh, something's happening.
Something's happening. Look at the sky. And so they went out, they were looking at the sky, and a lady said she saw it fly over her house. And she called the news and she said, while I was watching it, something fell from the balloon. And everyone was like, what fell? And she was like, I don't know what it was, but I will say whatever fell was about the size of a 6-year-old boy. And so now the news is running with the possibility that this kid fell from the balloon. And so she tells them
I don't know what it was, but I heard it screaming, please help, find my mom.
Somebody catch me. The police, they go to this lady's neighborhood. They start canvassing the neighborhood looking for a kid that fell from a balloon at 7,000 feet. Meanwhile, the helicopter's chasing the balloon.
They're looking for...
Meanwhile,
he fell from a 7-story building. Yeah, 700-story building.
Yeah, he's up there.
Yeah, I'm sure he's in one piece, just chilling in a tree somewhere.
Hey, I'm up here.
Wow, if you don't know how the story ends, we sound like real jerks.
Sound real bad.
So he died.
Sorry, unalived. So don't get mad at us, algorithm.
Okay, so sorry, we're trying to cut some stuff for the social media here. So this lady calls the news. She's like, I don't know what fell, but it looked like a 6-year-old child.
That's what they said.
And it sounded like a 6-year-old child.
When it screamed.
When it screamed for its mom. But it could have been a piece of shrapnel.
Could have been shrapnel. There's no way of knowing. So it fell to the ground.
Yeah.
So there's two scenes. There's the police looking for the kid. That's also on the news. The news trucks got out there. So they're looking for the kid in that neighborhood. There's the helicopter chasing the thing. All
of this is less than 2 hours.
Yeah. And it's televised national news. Everybody's watching it. And so the firefighters are ripping this thing to shreds.
We watched this live, by the way. Like at our house, this was on
actually. TV. And so the firefighters are ripping this thing to shreds.
Yeah.
They get in there, and there's a reporter on the ground who ran to the scene as well. The reporter on the ground turns back to the camera and he says, the balloon is empty. And so now everyone's freaking out. They're like, he fell from the balloon. And so now it's becoming an even bigger, like, oh my gosh. And so now the scene shifts to that neighborhood where everything fell down or where everything happened.
You know what else was empty? The firefighters rip open the balloon. And the reporter goes, the balloon is empty. And then an angel appeared over the balloon and said, why do you look for him here? He clearly fell for the neighborhood's back.
Why do you look for the living among the helium? Sorry, I've been breathing helium for an hour and a half.
Yeah, is that why your voice is so high?
So,
meanwhile, this whole time there was also a
also, if he was in the balloon.
Yeah, that probably could kill you, that much helium.
That much helium.
I don't know how much helium you can breathe before you die.
So that's what that lady heard when he fell, is he falls and she hears...
It's like, yeah, his voice was super high.
Yeah.
How much helium can you breathe safely?
Yeah, it's up there with that's a Google search up there with how much gasoline can you drink? Do you remember when you Googled that? Do you remember how much you Googled how much gasoline you can drink?
It's inert. So you can breathe as much of it as you want.
It's what?
Inert.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why don't you explain to the audio listener what that means, though?
It means it's safe to drink.
I like that.
It doesn't do anything to your
Here's how we're
body.
going to get people to watch the video. Is we're going to start treating our audio listeners like they're dumb. Oh, you can't see what... Okay, so it's like a balloon, you know? Sorry. Balloon. Air in plastic. I know you guys don't get it like our video watchers.
The problem is, so you can breathe as much helium as you want. It's not going to do anything to your body. The problem is, if you don't have oxygen, you obviously die. So the question is,
well, that's
is
what
there
I'm
oxygen
saying.
in
What's
the balloon?
oxygen? Yeah.
Anyways, so meanwhile, there's another scene. Is the scene at the Henne household because the Hennes are freaking out.
The Hennes are still...
Immediately after they called 911, the police sent a cruiser there with a couple cops in it, obviously. And the cops searched the house. They searched the house 3 times. This is standard protocol when a child goes missing.
Just search the house 3 times?
Well, check the house, make sure the kid's not at the house. I don't know if it's check the house 3 times.
Yeah. But they searched the house too.
They searched the house 3 times.
Hey, thanks for listening to Things I Learned Last Night. Just so you know, we got a new merch line coming out for this summer. So you've been working on that summer bod and you want to show off how ripped you are, you can get a small t-shirt from us. Or if you've not been working on that summer bod, why don't you check out our 2X selection? So we do have some really cool designs. I'm actually really proud of them. We got like a honkin' and bonkin' shirt. We've got just regular Things I Learned Last Night. These are, listen, we don't make a ton of money from this show. This is literally to help cover our expenses, which, like microphones and Alex. And so thanks for supporting our show. I think, sorry, we'll get to the reveal and then we'll...
So they searched the house over 3 times.
And they can't find him.
They can't find him. The police are still there. They're kind of doing all the paperwork stuff with the family. They're like, all right, we got to fill this out for insurance. And so they're, whatever. The police are there with the family. They're not doing paperwork. That was a bad joke.
It was.
Sorry, that was insensitive. So the police are there with the family. And there's news crews out front of their house.
The police are interrogating them.
And
it's 2009. They were like the water board back then.
Where's the kid? Where's your son? Tell me where your son is.
And they're Googling, how much waterboarding can person handle?
A person breathe? How much water can a person breathe? Oh, people can't breathe water.
It's inert. No, guys, the water's inert.
Good night. Okay, so
that is what happened.
So welcome to part 2 of this episode.
Ryo's like, you know, and it's just kind of like, was he in there? You know?
So, oh my gosh. The balloon lands. They rip it out. It's empty. The police are looking for him over in trees and stuff where they thought
what I'm saying is the police can't find him.
The police can't find him in the house. The police can't find him in that neighborhood where he allegedly fell. So now they're like backtracking all over the entire like area where he flew, trying to see like, did a kid fall out of a balloon here? They're in the house with the police, and then the police say, "Hey, who's this kid?" And they're like, "What?" They're like, "Who's this other kid?"
Oh, that's our ghost.
Like, this kid just walked down the hall. And so then they look, and Falcon was walking across the hall, and he's like, "Who are all these people? What's going on?" And they were like, "Oh my gosh, Falcon, you're here. Where were you?" And he said, "I was in my new spot." And they're like, what? And so he's like, "I found a new spot recently." And they're like, "Where is it?" And so he, I guess because he was getting yelled at by his dad when the balloon flew away for untying the tether, he ran to a hiding spot because he felt like he was in trouble, and he had a new spot that he would hide in the garage attic. And so he found a way he could climb up the shelves.
You know where?
The garage attic. They had a guy that lived in the garage who was strung out.
Yeah, he said addict, right? Like, and he like enunciated the T at the end too. And it was like, oh, okay. In the garage attic.
No, he would climb up the shelves into the attic, and he just hung out there whenever he would get in trouble. And so he thought he was in trouble. He hid in there for like a long time because he was scared. And he heard all the commotion. And he's like, "They're so mad at me. I'm going to be in so much trouble." So he hid up there. Eventually, he fell asleep. And this whole thing's happening around him. He fell asleep and he heard voices he didn't recognize. And he's like, "Oh, is something going on that I'm missing out on?" And so he was afraid he was missing out on something.
He was like, "Oh my gosh, wait, are my parents having a picnic with my brother right now?"
He started experiencing FOMO for the first time. And so he climbed out of the attic and went out there to see what's going on. And that was the first time his parents ever knew he had this hiding spot. And so they didn't know he had that. And nobody who searched the house thought to look, oh, maybe the kid climbed up in the garage attic, because there was no ladder or anything out there. It was like, how did the kid get in the attic? No one even, like, it didn't cross their mind. And so then they had to call the news and be like, "Hey, we found the kid. He was in the house the whole time." And the news is like...
"Oh, you lied."
Yeah. Well, they didn't think that. They were like, "Oh, this was a big misunderstanding." And so the news flocked to the house.
Yeah.
And so their property is just swarmed.
Kid is safe.
Kid's safe in-house whole time. Because they couldn't fit everything.
Yeah.
And so the news is swarming their house, and they're like, "Hey, I think the best thing to do would be to go make a statement real quick, because they're not going to leave.
Go say something.
Yeah, you got to say something." And so they step outside.
So he goes out there and he goes, bearscratcher.com is a website that I made. And all the proceeds are going to go to sealing that hole in our attic.
Yeah, to keep our kid out of there forever.
What was the statement?
So they come outside, and they decide to take the whole family out with them. So they walk outside, they bring the whole family, and they're all out there very disheveled, looking like they just had a very stressful experience. Here's a photo of them. You want to care to describe it?
Sure. So he looks like he's trying to cry. And you know when someone's like trying to do it? Yeah. But he's got the hair, dude. Good for him. Like, that's a good haircut on him. And then the youngest kid is the one at the bottom, right? Falcon's the one down there. And his face looks like, whoops. And then the two older brothers are like just bored to be there.
Yeah, they're just like,
"Oh gosh, dude, Falcon's
like,
getting
this was so much attention."
And the mom has that face that's like, "Oops. Oh, please don't be mad at us."
The mom has that face of like the early 2000s infomercials when they just dropped all that stuff in the kitchen.
Yeah,
and then it turns black and white.
This should be black and white. And then the infomercial is going to be like, "Did your kid accidentally cause a media storm by people thinking he was in a weather balloon?" Get weather balloons safe.
With our unique insurance plan.
Yeah. So what's the statement they made? What'd they say?
So they come out and they're just like, hey, we're sorry. This was obviously like a big misunderstanding.
Right.
And like just kind of very blanket stuff to just be like, we're glad our son's safe. This was a scary experience. Please respect our privacy. And as they're walking in, someone from CNN was like, hey, can we interview you? And the plan was no. The plan was we're not doing interviews. But
the
Richard
dad is
Henne,
who he is.
Richard Henne steps aside to talk to the guy, and he's like, okay, we'll do it. And so then they go back in the house, and they're like, we're going to do a national CNN interview. They come in, the camera crews come in their house.
Is it
and
same
they're going to do, that night. And so CNN's like, this is now prime time. CNN is interviewing the family of the balloon boy.
Is it Anderson Cooper?
I don't know who actually interviewed him. I don't think so, because I've seen the video, and I'm going to show you the video.
Okay.
And it doesn't sound like Anderson Cooper.
Okay.
But
you're so annoying.
But this is the family there at the interview moment.
Yeah, this is them in their house.
In their house. They set it up and then they like broadcast it.
Now
so
all the kids look tired.
They're very tired. It's been a long day. It's been a very long day. And so this is the clip from the interview itself. We'll watch this.
Father of Balloon Boy. They're already calling him Balloon Boy.
Yeah, which is very nice.
We had believed 100% that he was on board.
And Falcon was really in the garage this whole time. I don't know if Falcon can hear me, but was he, because I know at some point he fell asleep in that garage, but he was hiding out because he thought you were going to punish him for something that happened earlier in the day. Did he hear anything? Did he hear you screaming out, Falcon, Falcon?
He's asking Falcon, did you hear us calling your name at any time? You did?
You did?
Why didn't you come out?
You guys said that we did this for the show.
What?
He said, you guys
said that we did this for a show.
Yeah. And watch how the dad reacts. Watch his reaction here. Listen closely. I'm going to rewind it just a second.
That we did this for the show.
Yeah.
No.
You didn't come out?
No.
I heard what he said, but I'm not. It wasn't really clear. What was his reasoning why he heard you screaming Falcon, Falcon, and I'm sure he heard his mom screaming Falcon, Falcon. But why didn't he come out of the garage at that point?
Well, whenever we tell him.
Oh, stop. Yeah. This guy's lying. Oh,
yeah,
shoot.
100%. That was a moment of lying. So the kid says, we did it for the show. And
then the dad
says,
is stumbling.
Man.
I was like,
his response is, man. Yeah. So now this blows up into the Balloon Boy hoax, and it becomes an even bigger deal. And it's all over the news for a week. And it starts to turn into now the police are putting together a case of like, oh, this was fake. This cost $2 million, this chase. And so we're going to prosecute.
Now the police are like, shucks.
You
shoot. Bad. Bad Heene.
Bad Heene.
That's what they're.
Yeah, that's how they react. Yeah. And then one of the deputies was like, Falcon's in there. So they start digging into this story, and you find out about his background making all his products.
Sure.
And then it comes out a couple of years ago, they were on Wife Swap. And not only were they on Wife Swap, but they got called back to be on the special 100th episode of Wife Swap because their episode was so great.
Okay.
And
look at the family they switched with, by the way. I know a lot of the focus is on the Hennies, but like the family they switched with, huh?
Yeah, it's hard to believe that the Hennies
audio
are the crazy
listener,
ones.
I don't know if I can. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know that I have. Okay, so they were on Wife Swap.
Yeah, and so a lot of stuff from their past starts to come out, and you start to find out that
they are reality TV.
That they went to acting school, that they wanted to make it in Hollywood. They never made it in Hollywood. They did the reality TV thing. He's making the products. His wife, I don't know what this is, but this comes out. I don't know how to explain this.
Audio listener, she is in the back of a Pizza Hut, and
there's a tornado on the wall.
There is a picture of a tornado on the wall. Okay, wait. Actually, I was joking about the Pizza Hut thing. She's playing guitar in fake leather pants, and there is a picture of a tornado.
But it's like a broad daylight tornado.
It's a framed picture of a tornado on the wall.
But it's not a good frame. It's a cheap frame.
That's so interesting. Is that an album cover or something?
I don't know.
Why is that?
They like
you
tornadoes.
pointed that out, and it's like, oh, I don't have to be absurd about this. This is
weird.
Oh, okay.
So they do this. They do.
So like they want to be famous.
They really want to be famous. Is what it starts to look like. They go to court, right?
Yeah.
And in court,
so the police are suing them because the National Guard cost them money.
Yeah, because it costs a lot of money for them to do this. And so they go to court.
This is him praying.
This is him in court.
They're in court. He's looking up like the way that you would, where you're like, "Please God, please help."
Yeah, please help us do this. Or if you're just very annoyed by someone's testimony.
Like, if you're looking at the sky and you're like, "Man, if this still could give me a WME, that'd be cool."
Man, honestly, like I wish he was in the balloon.
God, if you can hear this,
he was in the balloon.
Please let CAA know I'll still sign with them.
Here's what's crazy is his son did the same thing.
Okay, so they're in court.
They're in court.
How long after? Hold on. What's the date of the balloon incident?
Yeah, that's a good question. The date was October 15th, 2009.
Okay, that's right.
And then, wait, what did I say? October 15th, 2009? Yeah, that's right.
Yes.
And then almost...
That was a Tuesday.
Was it?
Yep.
October 15, 2009 day. I bet it was a Saturday. Thursday.
That's sorry, I got messed up.
Sorry,
in my head.
the T's can get confusing. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, they can.
Jeez, okay.
Every other day starts it's get well, and then on the weekend.
So, October 16th, they began an investigation.
Oh, so immediately.
Because that night,
so when they're in court, that's what I'm saying. How long?
So October 16th, the investigation began, and they ended up going to court November 12th.
Wow.
So very quickly.
Very fast. Like a month later, they've we're because here's the thing about the government. The government doesn't bring cases because the reason the government is slow on lawsuits is because it's so expensive for the government to lose a case.
Yeah.
That they want to, if they bring a case against you, if the government sues you, you lost.
Mm-hmm.
Like they're not doing it to be like, let's see how it plays out.
Yeah.
Like if they're we might lose this, they'll honestly just be like, whatever.
Yeah.
Let them run for Congress or whatever. Who cares? But if they know they're going to win, then they'll get you.
Yeah. So they, November 12th, they're in court. And up until November 12th, they had maintained their innocence the whole time. They had been on the news a lot. And they always said, we had no idea he was up there. And the story stayed very
consistent.
Yeah, they never varied from what happened in the story in all their interviews. November 12th comes around and everyone was shocked because they pled guilty. And
you can't lie in court. You can lie on TV all day.
Everyone was like, we didn't see this coming. And what ended up coming out afterwards is they learned that what they were facing was a class 4 felony, which could land them 6 years in prison and up to $500,000 in fines. And if they pled guilty, then
no prison.
Well, if they pled guilty, they would get a much lighter sentence. And so later that year, on December 23rd, they did receive sentencing after their guilty plea. And Richard faced 90 days in jail and 100 hours of community service. And Mayumi, she got a misdemeanor. And so she got 20 days in jail and then 2 weeks of supervised community service. And that was their charge. Oh, and a $36,000 fine. A $36,000 fine. Yeah, kind of. I mean, 36 was a pretty expensive car back then. But still, you could get on a payment plan for that and
I guess
be all right. I mean, it's definitely not something you want to deal with.
Right. But I mean, she only got 2 weeks and then he spent 3 months away.
Yeah.
Did he serve all 90 days?
I'm actually not sure if he did. He also was ordered to serve a formal apology to all the agencies that search it.
Oh,
you also have to say you're sorry. You're going to go to jail for 90 days.
Hello,
you have to do 100
National Guard, I am sorry.
Hi, National
Hello,
Guard,
Fort
I'm
Collins
sorry.
Police. Hello, lady who, for a brief moment, you thought you watched a child fall from the sky. I'm sorry that you went through that. Yeah.
Part of the sentencing, too. This is a weird sentence. Part of the sentence was they were banned from profiting from the event.
Oh, that makes sense though. You can't sell your life story later. You can't turn this into a movie.
I suppose
you
can't sell
like
balloon boy
when a
shirts.
documentary comes out, you don't get paid. You can't. That makes sense to me actually because this is definitely a story that's like, yeah, we could actually see a way to capitalize on this.
Well, here's what's interesting.
Can't write a book.
Here's what's interesting.
That's where that other family got it right though. That kid that fell through the ice.
Yeah. It took me a second to pick up on what you were
They
doing.
could write the book. They could capitalize the movie.
Yeah, that's because there wasn't a crime. That's the thing. If you're gonna have something crazy happen, make sure it's not a crime.
Yeah.
Or make sure you're not the one being crimed or doing crime.
Crimed.
Be crime, don't do crime. Anyways, so here's what's interesting about this story.
Be crime. Why would I do crime when I can be crime?
Be crime. It's like the B movie. B movie 3. Be crime. It's when whatever they were doing didn't work out. They all became
idea.
crooks.
Yeah. Where
they were B crooks.
Yeah.
And they had their little face masks.
Instead of a beat cop, it's a B cop. It's the whole thing. Yeah.
B crime. Oh, you're saying the bees become cops. I'm saying the bees became criminals. So in 2020, here's what's really interesting about this story.
Great.
Governor Polis, the governor of Colorado.
Yeah.
He comes forward and he pardons the Hennes.
Yeah, of course.
And he says, hey, I think the public,
they've been big supporters of my campaign and they like me, so they're forgiven. Is that what happened?
Well, so he said, I think they faced enough public.
Nothing matters.
He says, I think they faced enough public backlash for this. I think that was punishment enough. We're removing the misdemeanor. We're removing the felony from them. And we're canceling whatever
and
was
he
left
can
of the
vote
fine.
again now that he's not a felon. And Richard, why don't you tell him who you're going to vote for?
Well, it came out that one of the reasons why they came and they pled guilty is because they were being threatened that his wife would be deported if they didn't.
Oh, shoot. So now I'm the jerk.
So
okay,
now...
Hold on.
So now they... it's coming to light that they were kind of pressured.
So the government won't bring a case against you unless they know they can win, and they know they can win because they have dirt and leverage over you.
Yeah, because they twist your arm. Because they waterboarded you. And they're like, how much waterboarding till die? And they're like, okay, we can do a little bit more.
Oh, no.
Oh, frick.
That was back when you could accidentally tweet stuff. Now you can't because I don't use Twitter.
And so here's what's really interesting about this. The whole time, first of all, the whole time.
Okay, so wait. So they got pardoned in 2020.
Yeah.
I was making fun of it and been like, oh, it's probably a political thing. And like people were just getting pardoned for stuff all the time in that
People were getting pardoned
era,
for stuff all
right?
the time, yeah.
But you're saying that in 2009, when the whole thing happened, who was threatening? The local government was like, listen, we're going to deport your wife if you don't plead guilty?
The sheriff at the time, yeah.
Okay. Well, I guess, but the other side of that, and this is why I don't think sheriffs should be politicians or an elected official like that, is because the sheriff is facing backlash of, I got to do something about this hoax.
Yeah. So what's really interesting is there was, I can't remember.
I'm sorry you're an hour and 12 minutes into this episode right now. And we just got to the interesting part.
Here's what else is really interesting about this, is this sheriff was running for mayor. And this sheriff saw
an opportunity.
Potentially, allegedly, may have saw this as an opportunity to show I'm tough on crime.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to let this go. And I am going to win this case.
Right.
And so this became a politicized thing for this specific sheriff. Allegedly. Whether that's true or not.
If they're guilty, we're going to put them all in actual balloons and make sure they actually float away.
Ah, shoot! Ah, shucks! The sheriff's in the balloon. The sheriff's in the balloon.
Oh, no. Not the sheriff's in the balloon. They're going to tie the family.
Oh, I thought we were putting the sheriff in the balloon.
And they're going to let him float away.
Oh, that's the punishment that the sheriff came up with.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was him being tough on crime.
We're tough on crime because whatever crime you commit, we crime it back to you. We Uno reverse whatever crime you do.
We do unto you as you've done to others.
Yes.
So
I learned this in Vegas, actually. If someone does something you don't like, you just Uno reverse it.
We've done too many bad jokes in this show.
Okay, so here's what happened. And so in 2020, they gave...
I don't know. We're in a weird spot today. I tried to say the kid was 7,000 spicy Italians in the sky, dude. This isn't one of our bangers.
I disagree. I think this is a big banger.
I've been trying.
All right, we're gonna send it off with a bang though. Here's what's crazy, right? They get pardoned in 2020.
Yeah.
Right? And
that kid is, how old is he in 2020? High school?
In 2020? I don't know how old he would be in 2020. He was
17.
6 in 2009. Yeah. And so in 2020, they get the pardon.
Yeah.
And remember, part of the terms of their whole suit was they can't profit from it.
So now
and earlier this year, Netflix released a documentary.
Got it.
The Balloon Boy documentary.
So they did sell
they are in it. Yeah.
Yeah. So they did
the whole
sell their
family's
story
in
to
it.
Netflix.
They tell the story.
Got it.
And so.
Got it.
Is it true? Did it actually happen? Did they hoax it?
Did it actually happen?
We don't know if the story actually happened.
You're saying, was it a hoax? I'm pretty sure.
The kid in the documentary.
Well, I don't know. The last time we made definitive statements was in the Natalia Barnett episode. And then we watched the Natalia Barnett documentary, and we owe that girl an apology.
We do owe that girl an apology. But yeah, the kid's in the documentary. And so this is him in the documentary now. And he says, with his email on the screen in the back.
Guys.
He says,
hold on.
I'll put my email on the screen so you know I'm honest.
Okay, wait. Can you read some of the emails, though? Wait, because this person says sufficiently outraged. Holy crap. I didn't think you'd respond. Internet historian. Hi, Victor. Thank you for your support. Balloon incident. Hi, Jack. Thank you for your support. That's clearly a canned response. Here's two subject lines. I believe you. Subject line, I believe. Dude, what the heck?
So he's doing this Netflix interview.
His Gmail is just open in the background. That is crazy. I believe.
And he does the interview.
The subject line is the incident. That's crazy.
So the whole Netflix documentary, the whole family maintains that this was a big misunderstanding. They didn't know what was going on. He maintains, I thought I was in trouble. I hid in the attic. I stayed in there the whole time. And then I came out and realized that this had turned into a big, huge misunderstanding.
And I'm also available for casting.
And
he gets on camera. He sits down for
I am SAG.
He sits down for the interview and he just goes, Falcon Henne, 5'10".
Sir, you look 5'8". I'm 5'10".
I'm 5'10".
So, all of that to say,
he's 22 now.
This was a reference. Aluminum Man. Because it's an aluminum balloon.
Got it. That was
he says,
okay.
I am the balloon.
Got it.
I am rectangular.
I am rectangular. Gotta pay that guy royalties now.
No, he got a felony, so he can't make money off stuff.
That's crazy, man.
Yeah, so honestly, I don't know. I've watched a lot of videos. I've watched the documentaries. I've read the articles.
You still don't have a feeling for. Here's the thing. Here's what I'm saying. Kids are not good liars, and I do believe that first.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing as well.
For
kids
the show,
say stuff sometimes.
For the show,
yeah, but kids sometimes just say stuff.
You told me not to for the show. Well, you think kids say that? For the show.
Yeah, I don't know. Kids say stuff all the time. One time when I was in elementary school, when I was in first grade, same age, first grade. Hold on, listen to this.
I'll talk.
First grade, same age. I was in
Don't ever put your hand in my face like that again. For the audio listener, he stuck his hand up in my face.
It wasn't quite at your face.
Oh, sorry. For the audio listener, the hand is the thing at the end of your arm.
I was in first grade.
Well, maybe not yours. I don't know.
In line at school, and some kid in line at school turns to me and says, I'm going to cut your head off with an axe. Kids just say stuff sometimes.
Yeah.
No one told him, hey, you should tell that kid you're going to cut his head off with an axe.
I mean, okay, I could also see like him saying like the balloon was for the show. Like we were making the balloon for our next episode of Wife Swap so they can see what we're up to these days.
Yeah, I could see
and
that.
him being like, "Oh, you told me not to untie it. You told me. I thought I was in trouble because you told me not to. Yeah, because it's for the show.
Yeah, I could see that too.
Maybe.
But
that's being very generous. And then why would the dad go, yeah.
The way I will say the way he says, man.
He reacted the way the freaking CEO and HR lady did, where they're like,
he did do that.
Like if you panic, I go, oh, I'm gonna think bad things.
I will say the video of it flying away does seem like he's faking it. But I will also say that there is a shift when they finally hear the son saying Falcon's in there. There's a shift in the way they're acting. So I think it's possible that the bit was the balloon flew away. We're mad at Falcon because the balloon flew away.
Oh, wait a minute.
But then
that could make sense.
Falcon's in the balloon.
That can make sense that you told me it was for the show.
Yeah, and I was supposed to untie it.
He saw him get mad and thought he was actually mad.
And he hid.
And so he hid. So when he said, why didn't you hear us calling? He goes, because you told me it was for the show.
Yeah.
But you seemed actually mad.
Yeah.
And it was with his kid. That could make sense. But
the plan wasn't you're going to be in the balloon. The plan was the balloon's going to fly away.
That's interesting. Okay. I mean,
I don't know. It's hard to say for sure. They got a pardon. Legally, they didn't do it anymore. It's not a hoax.
Right.
Legally, the kid was in the balloon. So that's the story of Balloon Boy. It's up in the air. Watch the documentary so they can get paid.
It's up in the air.
That was supposed to be a little.
He didn't even mean to do it. No, it wasn't intentional.
That was supposed to be under the FAA's
It would have
radar.
been. It would have been great if it was intentional, but it wasn't.
It was so intentional. So yeah, the Balloon Boy might have did it. Who knows?
Wow.
Watch the documentary so they can get paid and become a patron.
I did. I saw a balloon flying over our house a couple weeks ago, and this is true because we live in LA and stuff happens, and something fell out of it that I was like, what the heck? I think it was the devil playing a fiddle. Hey, thanks for watching this episode.
Put it on my camera.
Thanks for watching this episode of Things I Learned Last Night. If you liked it and you want more of it, give us a comment, give us a review, share it with somebody. That always helps. It's free to do that. It's free to share. What's not free is joining us on Patreon. Were you about to do the same thing? What's not free is joining us on Patreon. That costs money. But that money does help us do this show more.
That money goes to buy us a jet. We've got a long way to go.
That's all right. But it really does help us to keep the show going. So, and you get next week's episode for free, and you get to be in the Discord with us, and it's really fun. And we have monthly hangouts, and so thanks for all of our Patreon supporters for making the show happen. If you want more episodes, you've probably already dipped, but if you, we should start over.
We keep going.
Hey, if you like that episode of Things I Learned Last Night, there's another one you could watch or listen to called Lawn Chair Larry. Just put it all in. No one cares.
Don't cut any of it.
All right.
Uncut this whole thing.
There's another episode called Lawn Chair Larry. A guy had balloons on his chair and then he shot him. And
there was an airport in that one too.
He got in trouble for that, right?
In trouble, yeah, he got in trouble. But in 2020, the governor of Colorado pardoned him, and he made a documentary about it.
All right. Gosh, dude.
I'll see you next week.
That's what the inside of my head feels like.
This is an Evergreen Podcast Network podcast. If you want to find out more about their shows, you can go to evergreenpodcast.com.